Hi, welcome to my living room. This is like my little area to play around and have fun. It's just a coffee table, but I sit on some pillows and I light a bunch of candles. And I often journal here or use my typewriter and attempt to write poetry. I paint here. I play my singing bowls. So I like this area a lot. I feel like I'm very creative here. Today I wanted to do a little craft. I brought in some of my disposable cameras to get developed, and I asked them to keep my negatives because I wanted to make a little craft out of them. Here's my negative film strips. I wonder if you could see the pictures a little bit. You can kind of see them. I wanted to put them in my journal, and then I got this paint marker and I wanted to write a quote on top of them. I think I could spread it out onto 2 pages. I'll have to see. I'll have to do some like measuring. But I like doing this sort of thing in my journal. Let's see if there's any pages that I can show. I like just like collecting things. Like this is my New Orleans page. Some feathers that I found on the street. A postcard that I got at a vintage store down there. I think on Bourbon Street. I love like putting flowers. I like this page a lot. I found a butterfly on the trail at a waterfall me and some friends went to. He was already passed away, so I didn't kill him. But I put him in my journal. This is from when we went camping last week. So I love collecting things. I love putting them in my journal. This is my first time developing film. It was a really neat place, only like 10 minutes away from where I live. And it was in one of those like tin looking trailers. I don't know, it was really cool. And the girl was super sweet. That's probably a really fun job, like developing pictures and seeing people's like fun memories. I wonder if they ever see anything that's like scandalocious. That would be crazy. No, sometimes I was like, when I dropped it off, I was like, oh, I hope I didn't do anything crazy. But it's like, obviously I didn't, but you never know. Sometimes I get scared. But it's so interesting that this is how film used to, like, pictures used to be taken and saved, and it's crazy. Okay. Takes about 4 strips on a page. Vision is coming to life. It's hot in here. You get all these candles going and it gets pretty steamy. I need a fan. I'm gonna go turn on a fan. BRB. This is what it's looking like so far. Kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Just having fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. Trying to think, what's been on my mind lately? What have I been thinking about? I went painting. When did I go painting? I think it was Sunday. Last Sunday. I went to the park and painted a little bit. We're just at like a time of year in Arizona where it's just hard to be outside. So I was sweating a lot, but I probably stayed there for a good hour and started a painting of a bird and a tree. And it was okay. I'm not like an extraordinary painter, but I'm just having fun with things. I'm just letting myself experiment and not take life too seriously, because that's no fun. Okay, this is the base. I think it looks pretty cool. You can see the pictures on the pages. It's kind of cool. Took 8 strips to fill up all of this. Now I need to think of a good quote. What should I put? When I was first thinking of like this little craft, I was thinking about doing something about like time and life, and something about how like life is short and to enjoy it. These are all like pictures of good memories. There's also a quote I like by, I don't know how to say his name. I think it's like Sadhguru or Sadhguru. It's, destiny is what you create for yourself. Fate is when you fail to create your own destiny. That really, I don't know. I watch videos after I go on runs in the morning or after I go to the gym, and that was in one of the videos I watched, and it stuck out to me because it's giving yourself authorship. It's giving yourself control of your own life. It's giving the power to live the life you want back to you, which was inspiring to me, is inspiring to me. So I wrote it on my mirror with a dry erase marker, but I don't know if that's like a good quote for this. I do like that quote, but I don't know if that I want it for this right now. I also love that one quote from Mary Oliver's The Summer Day poem, where she says, "And tell me, what is it you're gonna do with your one wild and precious life?" I love that quote. I might put that one on. I might have already written that quote in my journal, if I'm being honest. Who cares? I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing. That's what I feel called to do. This is it Posca? And it's a paint marker. These are expensive. This was like $10 for one of these. The packs are really expensive, but they're supposed to be really good. So, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm just gonna let myself have fun and see how this goes. I just spell precious. Oh no. I think it's Precious. Precious. Sure. I'll just go with that. I should probably double check. I was freaking right. Yes. My ex-boyfriend said he thought I was dyslexic. I think he was just a bitch. I like it. It's not perfect, but I like it. It's gonna be something I look back on and I'm like, oh, I like that. It's just creative. It's fun. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? I love that so much. It's a question too in the poem. Like, she's asking you to look at your own life. I think about it quite often. Honestly, like how I want my life to look and the future that I want to build. I was journaling a little bit earlier today before I started filming. I wrote, "It's officially summer. The pools are open and I'm trying to mentally prepare myself to grind for the next 2 months. I just worked 9 days in a row and I'm clocking around 55 hours this week. It's too much. I felt myself growing agitated the last couple of days, so I asked a coworker to pick up my shift today so I could have the day off. I woke up and ran a mile, then dropped off some disposable cameras to get developed and went to Canyon Lake for a little paddle. It's been such a good day of doing whatever I want. I said this evening I'm gonna be creative and film it. I was thinking today about the line in The Alchemist. When you really want something, it's because your desire originated in the soul of the universe. It's your mission on Earth. Some people say The Alchemist is too simplistic, and maybe they are partly right. But why do I believe that part? Life is short, not guaranteed, and I have more power than I think to create the life I want to live. I don't want to have to work 40 plus hours at jobs I don't like to survive. I want to have more time to do things I love. I want freedom. Everything in my life is telling me to follow what excites me and what brings me joy. And then I kind of wrote some affirmations or things that I want in my future as far as career goes. I said I am free. My time is spent doing things I love. I'm abundant. As I follow my curiosity and joy, my needs will be taken care of. I make a positive impact on the world with my work. I get to use my work to better myself and express myself creatively. My career opens new doors and presents more opportunities for me. I get to help others with what I have been blessed with. I know my worth and confidently receive what is mine. That question circulates my brain, like, if not daily, most days of the week. I guess I'm just like constantly evaluating things in my life and if they fit with the version of the life that I want to live. There's this book that I read. Pretty sure it's called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying, or it's like The Regrets of the Dying. It's on my bookshelf over there. I'm just really scared of having regret when I grow old. I'm scared of not being awake in my own life. I'm scared of going into autopilot and waking up when I'm 50 and having a crisis because I was living a life that I didn't want to live. I think a lot of people have that experience. It doesn't have to be a midlife crisis, but I think a lot of people wake up at different points in their lives and realize that they were living for other people. I've been given many opportunities to choose myself throughout my life. I think the first time that I chose to live for me was when I came out as gay and I moved out of my parents' house. I could have remained celibate and married a woman like a lot of people told me to, but I chose myself, and I chose a life that felt authentic and genuine and happy to me. Even though it disappointed people, it still disappoints people. There's a lot of people in my family that are uncomfortable around me. A lot of people in my life have also encouraged me to go to college, go down a traditional career path, pick a career that feels tolerable, and just make money. But that also just feels wrong to me. It's my grandpa especially. He's always telling me to give up on my dream to live abroad. He's always telling me to just go to college and just settle down here and just make money, but I don't want to do that. That doesn't feel right for me. I understand it worked for him, and he has a big house and he has nice cars, and he was able to raise 5 kids. But things are a lot different now. And regardless, it just doesn't feel right for me. I've always felt that I'm not going to do something traditional. I'm not going to do something that requires me to abandon myself. I'm not just going to be a cog in the machine. I can't be. I could never work a 9-to-5 desk job. I would be absolutely miserable. I hear so many people talk about their experience working in corporate America and how they made good money, but they weren't happy. I don't want to be one of those people. I just want more freedom in my life. I want more time. I want more of my time. How do I buy more of my time back? You know? I feel like so much of my time is given to working. And I hate that. Like, our time is so valuable. I don't want to spend most of my life working. I want to spend it experiencing the world. It sounds cheesy, it sounds cliche, but seriously, it's like, how can I have more days like today? So I'm going to find another way. I'm going to find another way to live the life that I want to live. I'm not going to settle for the life that we're kind of force-fed. I moved to Australia in 4 months. And I'm really excited for that adventure and that chapter of my life. I'm excited to document it, and I'm excited to fill up more journals with things I collect there. I feel like I've kind of taken a different approach to life. I'm not trying to sound like, well, I have it all figured out, but I don't feel that way at all. I don't know. I really try to focus inward and to trust that things will rearrange outside of me. I don't know how to describe it. Trusting that my outer world will meet me where I'm at internally. I think when you wake up and stop sleepwalking through your life, you're able to be more creative. You're able to be more intentional. You're able to build meaning into your day, build excitement and adventure into your day. One thing I do know is that I think with the intention to live my life to the fullest and to try not to take life for granted, I think I'm going to be okay. I don't think I'm going to wake up at 30, 40, 50, 60 and look back and wish I did things different. Because I genuinely feel like I'm awake in my life now. And I don't want to go back to sleepwalking. I don't want to go back to numbing myself. At least not for long periods of time. It gets easier to settle for a life you don't want when you're numb and when you're depressed and don't care anymore. I've been in that place. It took me a long time to crawl out of that hole. But I'm finally in a place now that I never thought I could be in. I'm so happy. I'm way healthier than I was a year ago. I'm way more creative and loving towards myself. I have so many people around me that love me and support me. And I genuinely feel loved and supported and guided by the universe. I genuinely, with all my heart, believe that I'm guided and protected.
Mama, take this badge off of me. I can't do this anymore. It's getting too dark to see. knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door.